EA Sports coverage of the National Football League brings us to Silicon Valley. And with a foghorn sounding behind us, that can only mean one thing, and that is it's time for football at Levi's Stadium in Santa Clara. Today we got an interesting Week 11 matchup on tap, as it'll be the Los Angeles Rams taking on the San Francisco 49ers.
Please welcome your 2026 San Francisco.
On the visitors' sideline, their head coach. His guys have really been struggling. Just 2 wins over their last 8. His counterpart on the other side, the head coach of the home team. His guys ready to show out in front of the home fans as they try to send them home happy at the end of this one. The NFL season has hit high gear, and off we go in Week 11 on EA Sports. He takes this near the 25, just a little pass there, call it the 26. So out come the Rams now for their first possession. And trotting out there, a guy who's established himself as a veteran in this league, now in his 5th year at quarterback.
And last week's loss came despite a clean game on his end, throwing the ball with 2 touchdowns and 0 interceptions. His job this week is simple. Do it again. Continue to avoid turnovers and hope that what sunk them last week resolves itself this time around.
The numbers for Williams a week ago: 17 carries, 82 yards, and a touchdown.
I can remember the last time we did a game and the coach didn't talk about establishing the run first. But they've lost 2 straight games, so they still want to do that, but they've got to have some contingencies, some other options. Expect them maybe to throw it a little bit to open up things and maybe run it a little bit more later in the game.
And he'll be stopped right at midfield. A gain there of 12 yards and a first down L.A.
Rams first down.
How best to describe that one? I'd say right down Broadway on that run.
A straight-ahead running. I think that might be something we see a lot of between the tackles today.
Well, he's enjoying things so far here this afternoon. Sees a crease and bursts through it for a solid gain.
A gain of 3, second down.
Brings up 2nd and 7.
Here's Willis now off the play fake. And this one is incomplete. You look at this Niner defense. Well, they've been pretty much a mess against the pass, number 31 in the league.
Theories abound. People have opinions. But too often for this team this season, it's been the big play that's done them in.
And the Niners get there and bring him down. Nick Bosa make that now 8 sacks for him on the season. The defense, they brought the house. That O-line, they were overwhelmed.
To put it mildly, because they didn't have enough bodies to block all the guys that came at them. Their best move, how they would have been better served, just turn around and yell, "Look out!" because here they come.
So on 4th down, on is Ethan Evans to punt for the Rams. They punted 3 times in the loss last week as he sends this one away. And he couldn't get it to check up. That kicks all the way into the end zone for a touchback. So here's the first drive now for the 49ers. And leading him out is their fifth-year quarterback.
I tell you what, when he's on schedule for that week, secondaries take notice because you've got to stay alert back there on every snap. A truly powerful arm, one is capable of challenging any level of the defense on any given play. That's why so many scouts preach arm talent when preparing for the NFL draft. A quarterback with arm strength to make every throw in the book, he's an asset to have in any offense.
He'll get this out right here to McCaffrey. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. Back to throw, Purdy. Completes it to the tight end, Kittle. And he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30. That's good for a first down, his second catch of the opening drive.
First and 10 at the 32-yard line.
First carry for Christian McCaffrey. Trying to run inside, but nothing there. The numbers for McCaffrey last week: 15 carries, 56 yards.
Oh, it's a very nice winning streak that they're on, and they've really seen this offense come into its own as a unit. And one of the keys is that the ground game has been established, and it's keeping the defense honest near the line of scrimmage. Sometimes that leads to huge games for him. Other times, he plays a complementary role to someone else. But however it's getting done, they're winning week after week.
Really a solid start here on the opening drive, Charles. He's now 4 of 4, and they're already in plus territory.
Brandon, he's been so precise to start this game, like we're watching an operation taking place right now. Master surgeon at work.
On first down, this is McCaffrey. And this time they were ready for him as they stop him right at the line of scrimmage.
1-yard gain brings up second and 9.
Purdy looking to throw. And he's got it. Touchdown 49ers. A great play there with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the 49ers are on the board first here this afternoon. Well, these guys have won 3 straight ball games and another good start to this one out to the 6-0 lead.
And I've talked with so many different coaches, as have you along the way, and they always talk about winning streaks and the mood of a team and how much easier it is to actually prepare during that time. Guys are sharp, guys are focused, everyone's feeling good, and we're seeing it early in this one.
Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And it's now a 7-0 game. Following the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Carlson. And the tackle going to be made right there at the 25-yard line. Here's the Los Angeles offense as they get set to take possession. The last series form a little disappointing, forced to punt. And now they'll try to do better here and come away with some points as they begin this drive. First and 10. Caught on the right side by Adams. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. One play has him up past the 40 already, and another first and 10. Willis with a quick throw out wide. And he's going to be stopped up right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. And that'll bring up second down.
At the 43-yard line.
They'll run out of the gun here. Williams. And he'll get this up past the 45 to the 47. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a third down. Willis will look to throw it. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
They're bringing a lot of pressure here already in the first quarter. Already sacked him once. Now they get in there and knock another one away. You think maybe that Tucker rule being gone makes defenses a lot bolder?
Yes, indeed. That time, lucky that the arm was going forward, incomplete pass. And that ball's going to angle out at the 3-yard line. A beauty. The Niners offense, led by their running back, headed out for the second possession. And he's made his presence felt in the passing game throughout the season. You look at the NFL's leader in receiving yards by a running back. His name right there at the top. They start on the ground with McCaffrey. And he edges forward, but only gets a pair of yards out of it. And it's second down.
That is on the 6-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup. It's second.
Here's Purdy. To the left side, McCaffrey's got it. And they'll mark him down right around the 9, just shy of the 10.
That's a gain of 3. Now 3rd and 5.
Now Purdy. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he is going to have the 49ers first down by about 3 yards or so as they wind up getting 7 there on 3rd and 4.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 16-yard line.
Now a give, right side McCaffrey. And he stopped immediately there. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
A gain of a yard. Brings up 2nd and 9.
Throwing here, Purdy. And he's going to be brought down. Back at his own 6-yard line. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game. A few issues here on the offensive line. Apparently, he got sacked 5 times last week. They got to him here in the first quarter.
And I would think that running the ball would be paramount here because it's a different team they're facing, but they watch the film as well. So they'll take many of those same principles and try and apply them in this game to see if they fixed what was wrong with them in the last game.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Got a man right side, it's McCaffrey. And he gets it up to the 10-yard line here. He did his best to just get 4 out of that, but not enough. And now 4th down.
I think that call was made not so much to try and get the first down, although they would have taken it if they could have gotten it, but to give their punter a little bit of space and try and help out their defense.
Yeah, got the safe completion on 3rd. Now a fair catch is called for and taken a few yards across midfield. It'll be a 39-yard punt, no return. And the Rams will go on offense here with a 1st and 10. They go play action with Willis. On the RPO hit, and he will not make it back to the line of scrimmage as he's going to be taken down. Buried by multiple defenders on the drive's first play.
Tremendous read and reaction by the defensive tackle, and frankly, partner, it's not that often the DTs have that type of easy access back to the quarterback. Never bought the play action fade.
Rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. It's Jair Brown who's got it. And the Niners are in great shape here as they take over at their 46-yard line.
And that's a great example of ball skills right there, partner. You and I do a lot of games, and I can't tell you how many guys look to run with the football before they've intercepted it. So that's a nice job of focusing on the task at hand and coming away with the interception.
As San Francisco's offense returns to the field, they start near midfield following the interception as they begin 1st and 10. Purdy going to lead the 49ers to the line, 1st and 10 at their own 46. He'll start by handing this off to McCaffrey. And he pushes through a would-be tackler to get about 3 yards, 2nd down. These two teams faced off earlier in the year, right around mid-season, back in Week 9. And it was the visiting Niners who won that ball game, so they'll look to make it a clean sweep here at home in Santa Clara. Short completion, just 4 yards. And now we've got a 3rd down and 3.
It's a gain of 4. Brings up 3rd
out of the gun, Purdy. That is caught. And he is going to have a Niners first down, and he was able to get it by plenty. A gain of 8 on 3rd and 3.
1st and 10 at the 38-yard line.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Purdy from the gun. He'll get this underneath to McCaffrey. They'll wind up getting 7 on the play, and it'll be 2nd down.
It's a gain of 7. Brings up 2nd and 3 at the 30.
After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports. The 49ers with the football here to begin the second quarter. From the 31, here's 2nd and 3. As they've got it as we resume action. Purdy going to get it to Pearson. saw on the RPO. And this is going to be another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Rams' 20-yard line. Give them 11 yards that time and a new set of downs.
First and 10 at the 20-yard line.
Purdy will set up to throw it here. And they're going to get him. He's sacked back around the 28. They'll wind up losing 8 on the sack there, and it's second down.
And we all know how talented this guy is who's calling the signals for him, but even the best in the game, they can struggle against a good, cohesive zone coverage. Can't find a gap in the secondary quick enough, and he ends up taking a sack.
So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on second down. Purdy. And he's got his man on the out route. So it's 3rd and 6, and this will be the 8th play of the drive.
12 yards. Brings up 3rd and 6.
Purdy now to throw. He'll try and do this himself. And he will slide to a stop. He does have the first down. That one goes for 13 yards, and it moves the sticks.
That's another 49er first down. First and goal at the 3-yard line.
McCaffrey will score. Touchdown, 49ers. Just power football there down near the goal line. Give it to him. He's able to push his way across.
Yeah, they went heavy there. Sometimes you have those big offensive linemen come in, have to report like they're eligible, but all they're doing is getting a good stance, blocking, and getting their runner across the goal line.
Carlson on for the PAT. And it's good to make it 14-0.
Makes the score.
So that drive consumes 9 plays all told. And the last play on the drive, the touchdown run from Christian McCaffrey. Following the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Carlson. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24. The Rams ready to go on offense. And they're in a bind early here, down 14-0. Are you worried at this stage or still too early?
You're worried. You're just trying not to transmit it to the rest of your team. You want to make sure that they stay positive, but at the same time, you're wondering, how are we going to move the football? What do we have on this play sheet that can work? Get back to basics is usually your answer, and make sure you find the guy who can move the ball fastest for you if you just get it in his hands.
Yeah, still second quarter. You get points on the board here. I think you're feeling okay. They'll set up the screen. This is Williams. Still needing 10 yards. Now it's 3rd down. Willis out of the gun. Escapes, but now he's swallowed up and taken down. Multiple players getting home for the 1-yard sack. And he continues, Charles, to be under constant pressure. And these sacks, they're starting to pile up.
If they want to have a realistic chance in this one, they've got to change their blocking assignments. They've got to do a better job to keep him upright. If he's going to be on the deck constantly, they've got no chance to win this game.
45 yards, that's what the punt goes for. 5 on the return. And the Niners will go on offense. 1st and 10. The Niners offense and Christian McCaffrey ready to go once more. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. Throwing to start the drive. Purdy. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled.
It's a gain of 11. And the 49er first down. 1st and 10 at the 47-yard line.
Purdy now to throw off the play action. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. This duo locked in, 14 yards there, and a first down.
49er first down. First and 10 at the 39-yard line.
And what a nice example there of a tight end doing exactly what he needs to do. How about how he worked his way to the outside, made sure he secured the catch, and then anything after that, we count that as a bonus, and indeed, he gets enough for the first down.
So after the loss of a yard, they'll look to push forward here on second down and 11. They stay on the ground. McCaffrey again. And he still has yet to get on track in this first half as they're going to stop him behind the line. Two running plays go backwards. So what's the call on 3rd and 13 now? Back to throw. Purdy. A throw left side for Pearson is complete. And he'll only get this to about the 35. Well short of the line to gain.
Daniel Carlson on for the field goal. A 52-yard attempt.
The kick by Carlson is good, and that will extend their lead even further. Maybe a little fortunate there. That was leaking a little, maybe leaking a lot, but he got it.
Yeah, he actually was able to make it work. How about the body language, though, right? As he's watching that ball leak to the right, trying to bring it back in, and had just enough to get it done.
Running room at the 50. Look out. And he's going to take this all the way down inside the 40.
Forget the idea of flipping the field. They have now put themselves in a position to score points with that big-time return.
So now here are the Rams as their offense comes back out. And we don't want to call this desperation time, especially in the second quarter, but you're down.
You don't want to.
No, but let me finish.
Okay, my bad.
You're down 3 scores already. You've done nothing offensively, nothing on the scoreboard. That's not a good combination.
I think you just called it desperation. I think you did. But let's face it, you mentioned this to me in a break earlier in the game. The energy level hasn't been there right from the start. We've noticed that. They've got to find a way to get on their toes and start punching instead of retreating, to use a boxing analogy.
And this will be well too low for him to bring in. It's incomplete.
You know, every time we talk with people about the most important quality for a quarterback to have in the NFL, what do they usually cite?
Arm strength.
Yeah, and that's really way down on the list. Accuracy is one of the bigger ones, maybe the foremost one. That's what he needed on that play.
Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down.
First down. First and 10 at the 19-yard line.
Now we give up the middle to Williams. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. That's another gain of 15 on back-to-back plays. 2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's first and goal. Now Willis. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And he gets halfway there from the 4 to the 2 on a gain of 2.
Brings up second and goal.
Williams is going to take this one in for a Rams touchdown. A strong, determined run there, Charles, to get in for 6 points.
This is why it's such a team game, isn't it? And I know it sounds really generic and it sounds almost trite, but the blocks were made up front, offensive line, collective victory at the line of scrimmage and downfield. And how about the finish to the run all the way into the end zone?
Blake Grupe now for the extra point. And it's 17-7. So the drive there took 6 plays. And it was capped off by the Kyren Williams touchdown run. And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23. The 49ers offense and Brock Purdy getting ready for this next possession. And he's done everything you could have asked for coming in. He's spread it around. He hasn't taken many chances. And he's potentially on his way to a big game throwing the football. And the Rams got him. They bring him down. It'll be a loss loss of 7 on the sack, and it brings up second.
What a nice read and play by the defensive tackle. Never bought the play-action fake. Went right for the quarterback and put him on the ground.
Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long. Another try after the first down sack. Purdy.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
A nice pickup of 23 on the 3rd down conversion.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line.
Well, just say thank you, Mr. QB. That ball gets tipped in the air, and they come out with a first down.
You said it before, sometimes better to be lucky than good.
Yeah, but what you have to do as a defender, that ball's in the air, you've got to go up and get it, and at worst, knock it to the ground.
And that is incomplete. Oh, the coverage a little too good there, and it's 2nd down.
It's 2nd down and 10.
Shotgun now with Purdy. And he'll dump this off to his running back, McCaffrey. Oh, boy, Christian McCaffrey shaken up, so hold everything here as they're going to take a look at him. Well, now they're going to come out and take a look at this injury, and we'll be back in a moment. The Niners on 3rd down. They've converted 4 times out of 6. Not bad. This will be 3rd and 6. Purdy will look to throw again here. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And I don't think he got there, no. He's short by maybe a foot, maybe. Call it 4th and inches. Here's Jake Bailey now. And that'll kick and go out of bounds just outside the 15 at the 16-yard line. The Rams offense now, they get set and head back onto the field. A strong showing their last time out. They scored the touchdown, but Charles, they look up and they're still down double digits, so you feel like just to keep pace, this drive probably needs to end in the end zone as well.
Yeah, and I think the best move for them is to not worry about how far they are down on the scoreboard, but to just remember the last drive and how it ended. Go ahead and try and repeat that. Then you can look at the scoreboard and see where this game is.
2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. Slant route, he's got Downs. The 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts. So as they talk it over, we step aside.
Is 3rd down.
Willis from the gun on 3rd down. He's airing it out for Williams. And that's caught inside the 35. So how about this for a change in field position? From inside the 10, here's first down on the other side of the field. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. No gain on the play there, 2nd down.
2nd and 10.
And as a defensive end, getting off the ball quickly, swarming to the football, making a tackle, that's what we saw right there.
Yeah, that's what their job is, and really a lot of the time they have to throttle back a little bit in the run game because you know those defensive ends, they're like in a sprinter stance. They're just headed straight for the quarterback. That was good recognition on that play to hold them to no gain.
Now a first down carry, it's Williams. And he fights forward for a modest 2-yard gain, 2nd down. Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half. Now Willis to throw. Now he'll tuck this and run. Willis slides safely, and he picks up the first down. Now the Rams will signal for a timeout, their second, as the clock will stop with 33 seconds to go in the first half. They'll try and run. This is Williams. And he's maybe going to get this back to the 4, but that's about all.
No gain on the play. Leads to second and
now they'll look to Willis to throw. And he's going to take this one in for a Rams touchdown. Malik Willis as the first half is winding down. And the Rams are able to cut into this lead in the final seconds of the first half.
Hey, you're down on the scoreboard, but now your offense is in close, and this is where, as a quarterback, you say, I've got to make a play here. Doesn't matter whether it's a pinpoint throw or a scramble like this one. He takes matters into his own hands and delivers a touchdown run.
Rams 14.
So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee and they'll bring the football out to the 25. The home team's offense and their quarterback set to take the field once more. And he's been a real threat in the red zone and beyond. As you take a look at the NFL leaders in rushing touchdowns by a QB, you'll notice he's worked his way into the top 5 at this point in the season. And he's got his man in stride, complete. Now San Francisco going to call their second timeout as they'll stop it with 13 seconds to play in half number 1. Second and a couple. Purdy off the play fake. That's complete to Pearsall. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the second quarter. So with 2 ticks left here in the half, on is the field goal unit. He made his first attempt, this from 45. The kick by Carlson is good, and that will do it for this first half. So halftime here out west. Let's go east. That's where we find Scott Hanson with our EA Sports halftime
Our
report.
trip around the NFL starts now. We begin in Foxborough. The Patriots at home to take on the Buffalo Bills in the AFC East. And it's Khalil Shakir. He's so good working down the field, hauls this one in stride. It's a 51-yard touchdown. The Bills come away with an 8-point victory. From there, let's go up to the Pacific Northwest, Seattle. Let's look in on the Seahawks as they host the Denver Broncos. And this one, I'm not quite sure.
It's the 49ers out in front, and they will get the football first as well as we are back and started in the second half. Oh, a good-looking return set up here. He's past the 30. He will score. Touchdown, 49ers.
It's all about taking words and bringing them to life. At halftime, I will guarantee you in their locker room, they talk about pressing the kicking game because you can get an advantage if you do it right, and they just did.
Purdy and the Niner offense, they'll stay on the field. They'll try to go for 2 here.
The 49ers will line up for the 2-point conversion.
They go with McCaffrey.
The attempt at the 2-point conversion is no good. That keeps the score, Niners 26, Rams 14.
Showing off that speed and electric boost that he has. 95 yards that kick return goes down for.
I have to admit, I love the excitement of a 2-point try. You know, to see what's going to happen, and it happens pretty quickly, doesn't it? You get an answer, and in this case, it was unsuccessful for the guys trying it.
Completely unrelated. I just realized that I stole both of your pins in this last My bad, partner.
Hey, that's okay. And just in the time they went for 2.
Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. And their deficit a little wider now than it was at halftime following the field goal a moment ago.
But the goal is still the same because you know they want to come out, establish a rhythm in the second half, and get going. Make no mistake about it, though. Kicking field goals, not in their game plan. They need to get the ball in the end zone.
But found his way into the backfield, and he simply would not be denied.
Well, they say that life's all about opportunities, and that holds true when you're playing defense as well. How about him seeing that chance, making the most of it, did a great job of wrapping him up and bringing him down.
Got Dobbs over the middle. And he'll go down at the 26 following a gain of 6.
A gain of 6 on the play.
Willis from the gun on third down. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
They decided the opportunity was there and launched a deep ball, but he was unable to get away from the defender. Couldn't create space, couldn't uncover at the end of the route, and that one winds up incomplete.
Averaging 50 yards a boot so far as this one's away. And taken right on the 30. Well, that looked for a second like he might take it all the way, but as it stands, it's still a massive return. And the Niners set up well. They take over 1st and 10 on the short side of the field. The home team's offense and their running back getting set to go once more. And he's been a tough guy to contain this year, and his numbers reflect that, as you can see right here. A give running left, it's McCaffrey. And his rough afternoon continues. He's going nowhere again.
He was tackled at the 27-yard
And give the tackle to Quentin Lake. Still 9 yards to go on second down from the 27. Here's Purdy. Pass caught by Pearsall. So third down, and defensively the Rams have added 2 extra DBs.
That's a gain of 6. Brings up 3rd and 3.
Purdy looking to throw. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he is going to have a 49ers first down. It won't be by much. He needed 3, and he got 3, barely. But the mark shows first down. McCaffrey running up the middle. And they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be second down. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
Yeah, and they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
Second down and right back to McCaffrey. And he dropped it about the 11 after only a yard.
Well, they're hoping that the second half is better for him than the first half. They've got to find a way to get him going. He's a big part of their offense.
3rd and 4.
Now Purdy. Now the pressure gets there, and he goes down just inside the 20 at the 19. It'll be a loss of 8 on the sack, and it's going to lead him to 4th down.
This is a little hard for me to compute because I'm watching sack after sack happen, but somehow they're still behind in the game. I would expect all of this defensive pressure to translate to them taking a lead, and thus far, it hasn't happened. Time's winding down. They don't want to waste this type of performance from these ace pass rushers.
Now to try the field goal, here's Daniel Carlson. It'll be from the right hash, and it'll be a 36-yarder. Carlson able to put this one through. But now there is a penalty marker on the field, so let's see what this is about. And this is going to be roughing the kicker, an inexcusable penalty, Charles.
You've worked so hard to hold him to a 3-point kick. Now you're giving him the ball again with a chance for a touchdown.
And he'll be stopped just outside the 5 at the 6. And that gets him 3 yards closer here as it brings up 2nd and goal.
A gain of 3 brings up 2nd and goal.
Back to throw, Purdy. And it's caught. That time the completion goes for 4 yards, and we're set up with a 3rd and goal.
It's now 3rd and goal.
Throwing here, Purdy. And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, San Francisco. Kevontae Turpin, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Niners are able to add on to that lead.
That drive that really increased their cushion felt very military to me. Very precise, methodical. That's one of the words you've taught me. And they just got it done.
And slowly but surely now starting to pull away a little bit. Things looking good for them here in the 3rd quarter.
Not only pulling away, you mentioned that slowly but surely, you also drain clock too with a drive like that. So you really give yourself an advantage.
Following the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Carlson. And he won't quite make it to the 25. The offense for Los Angeles returns to the field. I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
Brings up 2nd and 10 at the 24-yard line.
Willis will look to throw it. That's complete. Jordan Whittington. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line.
A gain of 19 yards.
Willis now off of play action. That is incomplete. Here's 2nd and 10.
Incomplete. It leads to 2nd and 10.
Willis looks to pass it here. Pass complete there to Nakua. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down.
But there wasn't much there with that hitch route. They didn't gain what they expected. But sometimes when you call a hitch, you really don't have an alternate to go to. You don't have a second route to throw it to. So sometimes you have to rifle in there and hope for the best.
And down he goes. The 49ers get there. Keon White got in there for the sack.
Looks like another empty possession here, partner. And I don't think with 3 scores down in the 3rd quarter, they can truly afford any more the rest of the way.
No, especially the way their offense is sputtering. I think you're exactly right. They got to find some answers quickly. Here comes the Rams punter now, as he's on for the 5th time here today. He's averaging just under 50 yards a punt as he gets this away. So a change of possession here on the punt. And the 49ers will take over deep in their own territory. So now out comes this offense led by their quarterback as they take over once more. The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. And that last drive was very, very balanced, pretty methodical. You think they'll go that route again?
I'm always of the school that until they stop me from doing something, I'm going to continue. And I think that that's exactly what they'll look to do. But the beauty is the balance that they've created sets up opportunities for big plays. Looks like a run, turn into a play action, and throw one deep.
Another run with McCaffrey on 2nd down. They juked him. And he'll be corralled well upfield right around the 40-yard line. 43 yards rushing for him in the ball game now on 14 carries.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 40-yard line.
They've kept him in check until that run. That's the first time he's really gotten loose in this game.
And they have to keep that in mind. Don't dwell on the fact that he finally had a big run. You kind of were counting on that as the game went on. Get back to what you were doing before. Start limiting him again.
Options galore here. 2nd and a few inches.
It's 2nd and inches. At their 40.
Out of the gun. They'll look to throw. These two have hooked up 9 times now this afternoon as they pick up the first. They like going to him in the slot. He catches another one.
I think this comes under the heading of, until they stop him, why not go back to him? He has something going really well. Great working relationship with the guy throwing the ball, and they keep making the connection.
Up the gut, McCaffrey. He'll work his way up the middle for a gain of about 4, second down. This, the second meeting between these two division rivals. You might recall they met earlier in the year, and it was the visitors getting the win there, so they'll be looking for the sweep back here at home. He's brought down at the 34. Call it a gain of 4.
That's a gain of 4. Brings up 3rd and 1.
Purdy on a sneak. And he is going to have a Niners first down. At least it would appear that way. He didn't get it by much, but yes, they do get the conversion on 3rd and 1.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 32-yard line.
Purdy will set up to throw it here. And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's 2nd down.
It's now 2nd and 10.
This is McCaffrey on the give. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It'll go as a loss of a yard, so now they deal with 3rd and 11.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively, because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
A 3-yard loss. 4th down now.
I have zero rooting interest in either team in this game. I only want a good game. But with all the offense we've seen from them tonight, it's kind of nice to see the defense step up and make a big play.
Yeah, I was wondering if they were ever going to get him in the backfield. Nice to see him get a stop. Hard to believe that they could mount that long of a drive and come up with nothing on the scoreboard.
It can be disheartening, it can be frustrating, and can also cause some anger, because when that happens, that type of a drive, and you come up empty, you're really looking for someone to blame, and you start pointing fingers at each other.
Now the LA offense ready for this next possession. See if they can put this drive in the end zone, Charles, because it's been a little bit of a rough go at times. They've had to punt the football a ton in this ball game because of stalled-out drives.
So are you saying that you're kind of tired of seeing the punter run out there and do his thing during this game? Is that what you're trying to say?
Well, I mean, I'm okay with it. I have a feeling that this offense, they don't want to see the punter again.
And frankly, the punter doesn't want to run out there anymore himself. He'd love to see his offense put together a drive and give his leg a rest.
Well, that'll be incomplete. Well, he took a shot as he let that go. And it's going to bring up a 3rd down. Willis looking to throw it. Throw left side complete. That's Williams. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45. On 4th down, the punt team is on as this is sent away.
The Niners take over 1st and 10.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And now you've got the clock winding down here in the 3rd quarter. Your 3 scores to the good. What's your approach on this drive?
Too early to fully commit to playing the clock game. Yet at the same time, you're also not going pell-mell like you would in 2-minute offense. This is what NFL offenses call 4-minute football. Take the clock out of the game a little bit, wind it down, but at the same time, keep advancing the ball down the field.
Back now here in Santa Clara. It's 49er football here. They've got the lead as well as we get set to start the 4th and final quarter. Play action. Now Purdy. He'll get this out right here to McCaffrey. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
49er first down.
Nothing much materializing there on the 1st down run. He'll get a couple and that's it. This is 2nd and 8.
It's 2nd and 8.
They run with McCaffrey off the option. And he'll make it only to the 43, a gain of 2.
Taken down at the 43-yard line. That's a gain of 3. Now 3rd and 5.
Purdy. And that's knocked away and incomplete. Jair Alexander making the play there defensively. Here comes the 49ers punter now as he's on to kick it away. And he was looking for the checkup bounce, didn't get it. That scoots all the way into the end zone now for a touchback. L.A. readies for its next possession. And they unfortunately are staring at a mini losing streak developing, trailing here in the fourth quarter. This would be their third straight defeat.
Moses pass complete to Kyron Williams. 1-yard gain brings up 2nd and 9 at the 21-yard line.
2nd and 9 now from the 21. Willis out of the gun. He finds his man complete. That's Ferguson. 23 yards the pickup there.
23 yards. And the Rams first down. It's a gain of 23 yards.
So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. To throw, here's Willis. And that's complete to Adams. And he'll be taken down across the 50 at the 45 in enemy territory.
Rams first down. 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line.
Willis with a quick throw out wide. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35.
11 more yards. That's another Rams first down.
Play fake. Here's Willis. And that is incomplete. Well, the coverage a little too good there, and it's 2nd down.
It's 2nd down and 10.
To throw, here's Willis. Over the middle, that's caught by Adams. A pickup of about 3 yards as he's taken down at the 31. The Rams on 3rd down. They've struggled to the tune of 2 for 8 so far. This is 3rd and 7. Under pressure, and he will go down. Sacked back at the 38. Nick Bosa in there to get him, and on the season now, that is 9 sacks for him. I don't know what else can be said about this pass rush. They have been sensational. CD, that is now 6 sacks for them.
And how many times do we talk to offensive coordinators and they say a sack is a result of everyone on offense not doing their job? But let's be honest about this one. This is the offensive line unable to counter the pass rush. They've been teeing off all game long.
And that is no good. He gave it a good run. That wasn't more than a foot or so wide to the left. And the deficit will stay at 3 scores.
Yeah, 55 yards is anything but a gimme. You've got to really concentrate on your leg swing and proper technique. This time, though, he's unable to convert.
San Francisco set to go on offense once more. Well, the win for them at this point seems pretty assured. I mean, still a decent amount of time left here in the fourth quarter, Charles, but you got the football. You're up 3 scores. They have to be feeling really good about where they're at.
I love your observation skills, partner, because I think you saw them charge onto the field fired up about another chance to get into the end zone. Looks to me like this group is ready to crush any hope left on the opposing sideline, and they want to do it with some gusto, too.
Purdy now to throw. And the Rams got him. They bring him down. They get to him for a loss of 4, and it brings up 3rd down on the sack. Well, he was really focused downfield, but there was really no viable options. The coverage was too good.
And the defense really quickened the tempo of that play with their pass rush because there was nowhere for him to go with the football. The only place he ended up, down on the ground.
He's got this to the 30 before being taken down. A really nice gain of 25 yards.
1st and 10 at the 30-yard line.
Still throwing the football here, even with the big lead.
Yeah, I know you and I came up in a different era, and we think about sportsmanship and all that. Other people think about fantasy points and getting their numbers. That's all they care about right now.
A gain of 8 there on the play. And that'll bring up a second down in just a couple.
It's a gain of 8. Brings up 2nd and 2 at the 22-yard line.
Here's McCaffrey. Shifts by at the 15. Oh, fine work there as he gets this thing down to the 11-yard line. 69 yards rushing for him now as he's toted it 21 times.
1st and 10 at the 11-yard line.
Back to the ground on first. It's McCaffrey. And he'll be brought down this time at the 5-yard line. From the 5, 2nd and 4.
It's a pickup of 6. Brings up 2nd and 4.
They go play action here. Purdy. Now he'll tuck this and run. And across the chalk into the end zone. It's a 49er touchdown. Brock Purdy. A 5-yard touchdown run. And the 49ers are able to widen their advantage. So a quarterback scramble, certainly a pass play, but he saw something, tucked it, and got in the end zone.
A lot of quarterbacks, when they scramble, they're scrambling to create more time to throw the ball downfield. In this situation, as you noted, he tucked it and took off. Great play by him.
Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And that will bump the lead up to 26. Following the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Carlson. And a decent return out to the 27-yard line. The football going back to the Rams now. And the way their last drive ended, boy, it was frustrating. They had a pretty good drive going. It was sustained, and then it stalled out, Charles, and they missed the field goal and got nothing out of it.
Is that insult to injury? Because they had such a sustained drive, as you noted. So you know for the head coach, it almost felt like a little bit of failure to send out the field goal unit and then to not even see the ball go through the post. What a bummer on that last drive for them. Got to pick themselves up from that one.
Well, the trials and tribulations of being a quarterback in this league, it's tough. It's got to be wearing on him out there.
Well, he has been sacked a number of times. He had an interception, so I'm going to give him a skosh of credit for hanging in there and trying to make something happen, despite the amount of pressure he's been under this entire game.
And he got blown up on that play. Back at the 20. And it appears we've got a member of the Rams shaken up on that last play. The medical staff will attend to him, and we will step aside. All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it. Willis, got to have this one. He'll try to do it himself. No reason not to try it there, and they do indeed convert on 4th.
I am willing to bet that he got a monster grin on his face when he saw what was happening. Man-covers were so committed to denying the big throw that it pulled attention away from him, and he had an easy lane.
Now the Niners get there and bring him down. Multiple rushers break through to drop him for the 7th time this game.
This offensive line flat out cannot handle this pass rush. We've seen it demonstrated time and time again to the tune of 7 sacks in this game thus far.
2nd and 14 as they've got work to do here after the sack. Willis looking to throw it. There's a diving catch right side. Trying to keep the drive going here. This is play number 7 on 3rd and 2. They'll try and run the option to pick it up. That is not going to be any help as they dump him behind the line of scrimmage. And a loss of 3 to bring up 4.
I think this offense, specifically this running game, they're going to have to find a way to turn the page because they haven't found a way to run it effectively thus far, and it's cost them.
And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter, let's see how this plays out. As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. No luck for the Rams as they fail here on 4th down. And the Niners take over in terrific field position. Well, they've clearly made a conscious decision here to be more aggressive in the late stages of this game here in the second half.
And I get it. In this situation, you know, if you want to be aggressive out near midfield, you feel good about your defense maybe, or just, hey, I thought I had a proper play call. But how about the guys that just stopped them? How good do they feel right now? Hey, you want to go for it here? We shut you down. They're over on the bench right now feeling great.
Throwing on second down. Purdy. That's complete to Pearsall. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. And now on third down, they'll need to get it to the 36 to pick up the first. McCaffrey. And he's going to be stopped here at the 43, and that is not near enough to pick up the first. Here comes the 49ers punter now, as he'll punt it away for the fourth time today. And this will do the job nicely, as that'll be out of bounds just inside the 10-yard line. And now out on the field, here comes Los Angeles.
CD, it's all window dressing at this point. I mean, the best they can do is in the game with a nice drive to maybe build some momentum to move forward into their next contest.
Yeah, with how lopsided this game has been, even one score might not do a lot of cosmetic good on the scoreboard, partner, because it's just about looking forward at this point. Get a touchdown here and give yourself some positive momentum and reps to focus on and get back to practice in the next couple of days.
That one, a first down pickup of 8.
And that's a nice pickup of a first down on that second down run. And at that yardage gain, they can run that play on any down.
Now he's going to step up and run. And he'll take this beyond the line of scrimmage as he slides to a hole. He'll get 5 out of the scramble. It's second down.
At the 26-yard line.
Well, this game, it was well in hand early, never really in doubt. Charles, you and I do so many games together. There's so much parity in the NFL, a lot of close battles. This was not one. Tip your cap to them for a really impressive effort.
Yeah, and you know, as the game went on, I think the defense kind of got together and said, you see our guys on offense, they're just putting up point after point. We need to leave our mark somehow, too, and they did it, pitching a second-half shutout.
So for the 49ers, the win gets them a step closer to 500 at 5-6. And they'll be able to enjoy this one through the bye week before they get back at it again. Meanwhile, for L.A., they're going the wrong way, as this will drop them to 3-7 now on the year. And they'll try to rebound next week as they head to Glendale to take on the Cardinals. I'm Brandon Gaudin. Certainly have to thank Charles Davis, my broadcast partner, and our entire crew. We'll catch you next time right here. It's the NFL on EA Sports.